It all seemed like it all started back at WrestleMania when Alexa Bliss turned her back on the Fiend. Or did she actually really turn her back? I know Randy Orton got a victory over the Fiend at WrestleMania, but it just seems like there was a different side of her that came out of her that very night. What happened? What is that? What was that black stuff all over her face? Was this like a spiritual look of Lily? Who is this Lily? Is she going to be exposed? Hey, one right here. So yes, we are talking about Alexa Bliss and her doll Lily. And what especially what happened last night with Shayna Baszler with this whole thing, especially with her calling the doll stupid, of course, stupid doll. A lot more ahead. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about to see how much I can actually cover in this video. There's just so much I want to say, what we can actually see within this last line, of course. And this whole development within the last couple months has been really interesting. I gotta say, the reason I mentioned WrestleMania is because the fact, this is where she actually got to start saying things. She actually told us, and it was exposed to her back in her childhood days. We saw those pictures back in a couple months ago with Lily at her side. So what does this actually mean? How dark is Lily, by the way, too? Because we saw her wrath with Shayna Baszler after Shayna Baszler made a big mistake of actually going to that ring and actually not apologizing to the doll, thinking that Shayna's just delusional, doesn't really think in spiritual things. It's just she just thinks it's a doll. It's a doll. No, it's a spiritual figure inside a doll. Have you seen Annabelle before? So anyways, what do you guys think about this? What do you think about this story? It's a good, development story. They've created the story for quite a while, and I'm glad they're actually doing something about it. I'm glad to see Alexa Bliss is back in that ring with Alexa's playground. And hopefully we can actually start to see her back in the ring, because I think Alexa Bliss is a great at what she does in the ring. And this whole build-up with Shayna Baszler and everything, even Nia Jax, before Shayna actually came out to the ring, she says to make sure to actually not to frustrate her in a way. And then Nia Jax actually does have a past with Alexa Bliss as well. So she knows a thing or two, and she knows what Shayna was about to enter, but I guess she doesn't know. But what does this actually mean? Because we saw the dark side of Lily actually come out last night. I was kind of hoping for a little more, believe it or not. I was kind of hoping for Lily for actually being exposed. But this, I'm really saying, I think this is really going to be built up to Hell in a Cell coming up within, it's this weekend, but it's actually going to be next weekend, believe it or not. So it's about 2 weeks in time for a great build-up. It's called Hell in a Cell, people. So what do we actually think we might actually expect from Lily? Maybe Lily will actually finally come out at this pay-per-view. It's well-defined as it is. And we saw this. What happened after this whole thing, this whole situation last night with Shayna Baszler and stomping her feet on the ground on top of the doll? What the heck are you doing, lady? But this was not a really good idea because, yeah, Lily is alive and well inside the doll, it seems like. And this whole thing after she attempted to leave the ring, and all these flames were coming up and almost burning her, almost like what original got for the last couple of weeks, maybe like last month. Now I was trying to protect her, but of course, original is out right now because of his injury and stuff like that. I think he's still recovering as it is. A little scary encounters, I gotta say. Flamethrowers can be really dangerous. And oh my gosh, they really did build this up really good last night, I gotta say. The fact I really got to give him credit for it is what happened, of course, in the backstage era. After Shayna left the ring, of course, she went to the back and nobody was there. Where was everybody? She was alone. And I don't think she was scared, and not at the first, I gotta say, but things were mysteriously coming down at her, trying to give her Lily knows something. And Shayna went to find her room to lock herself in, but I don't think that was all that smart. I think it made things even worse, I gotta say, because Lily was still behind the corner of her eyes into a scary look in the mirror. Anyways, she looks back, nothing there. No one knows the situation. This is really good, I gotta say, because I'm not really into scary movies, but I feel they did a nice soft way, I gotta say. It's not like an Undertaker look from a long time ago. You gotta imagine what the things Undertaker and Kane actually did. and what Alexa Bliss is actually doing, and plus the Fiend himself. The Fiend and Alexa Bliss are bringing a new dark side of terror into the wrestling these days. I think of some movies off the back of my mind and what I can actually think of. I'm trying to think of stuff like maybe The Grudge. I was about to say The Ring. I don't think so, but The Grudge is actually a good kind of little figure in this state because the Fiend bends his back, stuff like that. And it kind of does in these days, in these scary movies, it seems like things have to be backwards and or sideways, something like that, crawling up the walls and behind you, stuff like that. Everything back me as it is. But you know what I'm trying to get to. It's a new horror of this new age, of course, and I think this is a great what's going on. Alexa Bliss is doing a good job. I can't wait for the Fiend to come back, but I don't think I think Alexa Bliss is going to get this time for the next month or two because I'm willing to bet you the Fiend will probably come back at SummerSlam. It's all depending on who he's actually going to face too. But we're talking about Alexa Bliss and Shayna Baszler tonight, and I feel this is going to be the match at Hell in a Cell for both Alexa Bliss and Shayna Baszler to be facing each other. It makes me kind of wonder too if this match will happen if it will be in a Hell of a Cell. I think there's a possibility with that. I think that will be a great figure. And it makes me kind of wonder, too, what actually happened after the final seconds of Raw last night, of course, too, because Lily was trapped in a room with her, and we heard screams from Shayna. What does this actually mean? Is Lily going to be transferred into Shayna Baszler, or what? What's going to happen after this? I think Alexa Bliss is about to turn Shayna Baszler into something else, just like what the Fiend has done to other wrestlers as well. So this is going to be like a kind of interesting twist what we can actually get. I wonder what's going to happen next week. There's got to be something. I really hope they really expose who Lily actually is. I can't wait to see if it's a wrestler we've seen before or if this is a wrestler that's coming new to wrestling. I'm really, really inside because there's so many predictions I wanted to see who Lily would actually portray. I was actually thinking about one point, a page would actually be a little keynote with this. But you know what I mean? When I say Paige, she's got the look. She can actually go there. And I have actually thought I heard rumors about her actually coming back. I don't know. But anyways, WWE Universe, what do you guys actually think is going to happen next into this story? What do you guys actually want to see? I think what I want to see is, yes, I think this is going to carry on to Hell in a Cell. I'm hoping so much that they will expose Lily, who she actually is. And once again, I say I'm not really into horror movies, but I feel WWE is doing a good job as maybe like a family mode of horror. It seems like it's kind of creepy a little bit. I remember last night after watching this, I felt a little creepy, but not as bad. I was able to fall asleep well, so that's good. But it just makes me so happy that Monday Night Raw is turning onto the better side of things. And it makes me kind of wonder too, but I'm just going to mention this because I like to do it in every video about the draft. Because I think there might be a draft happening before we go back to a live audience. And oh my gosh, that's another thing I would love. There's so much I want to talk about. The live audience is coming back too. So I know I'm building real excitement up. So I'm going to have to do another video based on live audience coming up next July. But Alexa Bliss and Shayna Baszler. Shayna's about to get her world rocked around into a great route of darkness, I think. And I wonder if she will be playing at the side of Alexa Bliss, or will this be a fight of a challenge at Hell in a Cell? So anyways, I'd like to hear your comments. WWE. I'll leave some comments down below. Love to hear what you guys got to say. Make sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh yeah, one other thing. My name's Ryan. Thank you for watching.